I have to find out. Whoa! Whoa! Jesus. What is this?
It's a bouncy.
Oh, is it a pull-out bed?
It's a pull-out bed.
Okay. Now, I need to work out whether or not this is working. Does it say? Nobody's watching us. They're obviously bored. They're like, oh God, it's those two. There's a 2-minute delay.
Okay.
Because there's always a certain number of minute delay.
All right. Oh, there we are. Okay, so that's good.
Sort of, but it's not moving. Look. I don't know whether or not this bloody thing just needs to do something. I don't know. I don't think it really likes that.
Oh, we have. Okay, so
See?
where do people?
Nothing. Because,
Well, no, I can see people over there.
oh, maybe it just has to catch up here. Can you hear us?
Let me get my.
Oh, I'm moving now.
Maybe it was just me sitting next to you.
Yeah, you put it off. We're getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Joey, what does it say?
Oh, it is working.
Big time troll new.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
There's a big troll and what you call it, but
Okay,
it's actually quite
I guess it's been an exciting
It's quite amusing.
day. It's been an exciting day. Can everyone see us okay? And yes, it is a little chilly in here because I turned off the heat all day, and now the heat's back on. So we're waiting for it to get warmed up.
It is like working.
But I'm going to show everybody. Well, we're waiting for everybody to arrive. I can just pick this up and give you a quick little tour.
Yeah.
I don't know what you'll be able to see because I don't. Okay, so here's the air
Ta-da!
screen. There's
roll-out bed.
roll-out bed and the little
Oh, look. Who did that for you?
No. Those are Goldy's farms. Yeah, those are yes. So then, over here, there's a TV, the heater thing that I just turned on. We have a little kitchen area. If you guys can see the kitchen area, it's hard. This is not a phone, so it's hard to. Here's the kitchen area. Kitchen. And refrigerator. Walk into the back. Got a bathroom. And then a little bedroom. So yeah, hopefully you can see all that. If not, there's closets there. Closets. Yeah, so that's the tour. It didn't take long because it's not a lot of space.
Compact and bijou
Yeah. Okay, so can we see Elizabeth again?
is the word.
Okay. So,
oh gosh.
anyways, we've had a busy day. We spent the morning working over at Meredith getting ready because tomorrow is a hunt day, although I think it's going to get rained out.
Look,
What?
this is one of the purchases from
Yes.
today.
Yes,
Essentials.
Yes.
Does it not light up red?
It
Oh, it
does.
is.
Not when you're, yeah.
There, look.
Yeah, it's like a little fire thing. There we
There
go.
you go.
Yay. So yes, we're sitting by the fire here in the Airstream. And I'm hunting tomorrow, but I think it's going to get rained out. So I spent all morning getting ready for that, and now I don't think it's going to happen.
Well,
And
that's
then,
good. Do you know why?
Why?
Your boy has muddy feet.
Oh, I got it. Well, yeah, not anymore.
He does
So,
have a blankie on.
I know. He's a good boy.
He's a very good.
I guess there's been a lot of activity today. From what I've heard, there's been a lot of activity.
I tell you, you cannot get off this blinking farm without things happening.
Yep. And I have no chapstick. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, my mother's doing well. We brought her coffee this morning and had a little breakfast with her. It's nice. She's bored. So then we went over to Best Buy and bought a Roku, and I tried to hook it up on her television, but the Roku they I don't know, I couldn't get it working, only because they have everything's wired differently because they don't want you playing with the TV, and I couldn't break it and get it to talk to the Roku. So I think I have to figure that out because she's dangerously bored. Dangerously.
And we know how dangerous that is.
Yes.
Heaven
I brought
help
her.
us.
I went and I got her some nice little jars of soup, and I just visited with her for a little while before I came here. She's dangerously bored. Did I mention that?
So we're hiding in the
Yes.
Airstream.
Can't find us here. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know how it's like. Everybody else there is, you go there in the morning and everybody's sitting outside having breakfast, and she's not joining into the group. I don't know. She wants out already. I'm like, it's only been 2 days.
Yes.
But I'm going to try to set her up with Netflix because last night I tapped into a couple nights ago I watched the Elvis documentary. That was great.
Was it good?
You
Like
don't
that?
do Netflix, do
I
you?
don't watch any TV.
No.
Sorry.
That's why Elizabeth is the way she is. That's why you write so well.
It's because I read all the time.
Yeah, Elizabeth is so good at writing. It's
boring.
She has such an extensive grasp of the of a vocabulary, and she's really does a nice job writing. So I'm like, thank you for doing the Doggy Daily.
It's a pleasure.
And then,
And for running across the driveway in my PJs and cardigan.
Yep, this morning. This morning, we had, we've got a lot of problems over at the cabin. This morning there was a line at the Keurig, and it wasn't working. That was my first breakdown of the day.
Yes.
One of many. I'm not proud. Today was not a good day.
And then the Dunkin' Donuts app didn't work all the way down the drive.
Yeah, and so we had to wait in line at Dunkin' Donuts to bring my mother her breakfast. So we didn't have a job today. Trying to get organized.
Trying to organize your mummy.
Trying to organize my mother, which I did not make as good progress.
Did she do PT?
She did PT at 2:00, and
That's right.
She's up and walking, but she's like, I think I can walk. I'm ready to go home, and I'm like, well, I don't think that's going to happen, because we have those people coming next week.
I sent the date. I think it's on Tuesday. They're coming, and it's social work, and they want to see where she's going because they have to put things in place to ensure her safety.
Yeah. So, and right now I'm going to take them through the cabin and see if we can get them to agree that she's safe in the cabin. Other than that, she'll be in the rehab center until at least the mid-January. So, and she is so miserable. What has it been, 2 days?
Yeah.
How many times did she call us today? A
And
lot.
text.
And text, yeah. So,
we're going to be for peace of mind. We're going to confiscate her phone charger.
yes, really. So I also took all of the cars that we use for Goldy's farm and organized. I just feel like today was a day we didn't have any jobs today. Purposely didn't have any jobs, so I could get ready for the hunt and get all the cars set up for next week, because I know we got a lot of jobs next week, but I want to be able to get into a car, load a few chickens, maybe a couple rabbits, and know where everything is, because now it's like we're driving to the job and we're like, did we bring the pans? Did we get the right? Every car now has horse food, dog food, rabbit food, towels, and pans.
Yes.
And so we have the bare minimum. So even if we forget everything else, they've got an emergency kit in it. So I felt very proud of that.
Because we got caught out once with frying pans.
Yeah,
Once.
It's
a miracle. It's actually only once, to be honest.
But we're juggling between, we're just juggling between the red car, the Armada, the truck, now the Volvo.
The trailers.
I don't know why we just don't, but we have to take, the other piece of information is we have to take 2 cars all the time now because the 3 dogs fit in the Toyota, nothing else. So then I got to bring one of my cars with chickens, rabbits, and if we're bringing extra people, then the back seat of the truck is valuable, and sometimes we get hooked. Yeah, so there's a lot going on there.
We have to speak louder.
Oh, we got to speak louder. Okay. And we had another discussion last night with my mother about some things that we'd like to do. One of the ideas that came out was that we want to do the Monday. Is it Monday that's the first? When are we doing chicken shit next week? Monday.
As long as we're all organised by Monday and nothing crazy happens over the weekend, because we have had...
You just jinxed us. Yeah, no, we should be good for Monday. I'd like to do it on Monday. I'd like to stay on a track where we are organized to do it on the first, and if it's the first falls on a weekend, on the following Monday. So we're gonna do it on Monday. But what we'd like to do, we started with the conversation was, well, we're gonna see if we can do. It started because we want to do chicken bingo in her
room, and then
We're
like,
hoping.
yeah, we're hoping, and then
We
we're
will
like, well, it's
ask.
a little crowded, and then we thought, well, wouldn't it be fun if we did chicken bingo with all of the people, and had an activity for the senior center where she's at, the rehab center. And then Elizabeth and I driving today, and doing all the chores today, we came up with this idea, and I'd like to say it's Elizabeth's fault, but
No.
of maybe that's another thing that we do, another entertainment feature that we could do with the people at a senior center. We come in with the dogs first. While the dogs are socializing with everybody, we walk around, we give everyone a bingo chip, and we explain that, we're going to bring in a chicken. We count the number of the people in the rooms. We quickly give out, the squares. We number them out while we're talking, and they're socializing with the dogs. Then we bring in the chicken, and we wait, and because that is kind of exciting. It's a different kind of entertainment. I don't see a lot of other people bringing rabbits and chicken bingo to nursing homes, but that was our new idea, and it's something that we can do in the winter, because the winter, I'm starting to the amount of stress I feel having my mother bored in a senior center. It's like I gotta entertain her, so it's really a challenge to come up with new ideas, and I think that would be a good one. And people get so excited now when they see Goldy's Farm on the schedule, and I want to make sure we continue to deliver. So that's our new idea.
Excuse me. What about the most exciting one? Angus. And what? He's going to dress up like a reindeer.
Oh, Angus. Yeah, I thought you were talking about, yes. Oh, yeah. So that's the other thing that we've
For December.
Yeah, we need
Antlers.
We need antlers and a
We do not need a red nose.
no, but we need costumes for us. For me.
Her.
I really can't believe how low my life has become. I've turned into my mother completely, and now I've always said I hate wearing costumes. I'm like, I need to get a Santa outfit.
I know. And a pig.
And a pig. I need a pig. Yeah.
And what was the other similarity we had last night? There was a good one. It was a really worrying one.
And that was the cow and the Airstream and the caboose and the cows. My mother came back with 3 cows and a caboose from Pennsylvania when I was in my teens, and now I've come back to this farm with an Airstream, and I also bought the cow a couple months ago. Well, when was that?
We're doing a swapsy with the cows.
Yeah, we're still waiting. We're picking her up in
January.
January. Very excited.
Yeah, no elephants.
But our goal is really to get like almost a menu pick of ways of things that we can offer to senior centers, nursing homes, veterans, as well as people coming here, as you know.
Yes.
But anyways, what else is going on online with questions?
Santa's elf costumes.
That wouldn't be bad. I don't want to wear a Mrs. Santa though.
Can I tell you, one of the
Santa elf would be good.
One of the most ridiculous evenings I had with my sister was in CVS in Rowley. And you remember you used to get these ears that you'd put on, you had elf ears and a wee hat, and it played a song. And we had those on, and then we were pressing the little toys that danced around and sung, and the Snoopies and everything. And honestly, the pair of us were just in hysterics. It was like mass hysteria.
So maybe we just need to go to
CVS and get
CVS.
singing ears. Yeah. Honestly.
Are you able to hear us all better?
Yes.
Okay, everybody's able to.
Yes.
All right. So that's a good idea. We could just go to CVS. I have that red spotted outfit that I got from Salvation Army that I used for Halloween, which can be repurposed for Christmas because it's red.
Yeah, you just need elf ears and a hat. You'd be good.
Yeah, so we're gonna continue to keep the rhythm going and stay forward.
Ooh, red, green flannel shirts.
Oh yeah,
with Santa hats or elf hats.
Yeah, that's
ears. You got to get the ears.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've got a funny feeling we're going to be out without your mother.
Yeah.
We're not picking her up to take her out because she's got to do her exercises.
Right. I wondered that today too. If we end up having to keep her there because the state won't release her, I wonder if we could sneak her out and take her on. She's got to get out of there. Oh,
respite care.
Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I really don't know. This is outside of my,
You take her out, you'll not get her back in, you know that.
I know.
We'll have a fight in the car park.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And she's not beyond shouting, abuse!
I brought her.
What?
I brought her fireballs today. I don't know if anyone knows this, but my mother loves those little fireballs. That keeps her entertained. I got her a little thing of soup in case the food's bad. I said that. Yeah, so I don't know what else to do.
It's obviously not keeping her that entertained.
I know, because she's texting us constantly. But what do we have?
That's just what we would expect. And red and white striped socks. That's good
Absolutely.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would wear those.
I'm going to
ordinarily.
wear something Christmassy. Like, I think the whole staff of Goldy's Farm, we should all be dressed up Christmassy. I know Judy's on board to do that. So, and we will have Angus with his little antlers, and we can probably plop a red nose on him. Even better.
He's just such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
We're so lucky to have him.
Yep.
We really are. So that's good. And there's not really very many questions coming up that I can see here.
Okay.
So, and all the horses are doing really well, and Meredith, and the ponies, and the sheep, and the goaties.
Yep.
And the goats are they're so naughty. So naughty. Yeah, what about getting your mother together with other people there to play cards?
Yeah, that would be a great idea. That's what they do, but
But not Carleen.
she doesn't play well with others.
Listen, we're trying to keep this smooth here.
She's more like the type to run the place than to play cards with people. That's the problem.
She's already started telling them how they need to pause before they leave.
Right.
I'm like, okay.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, dearie me.
All right.
Yes, and Amazon does have all that sort of stuff. We're trying to repurpose, because what we end up with is massive storage boxes of bits and pieces. And in fact, we managed to repurpose all the flowers that, remember, Fugan sent them in for the first Donkey Derby.
Oops, fine.
And then we dug them out of the basement and we reused them for this Donkey Derby. So
Yeah.
that's what what the aim is.
I'm looking forward to having more space. Like, I was driving home today thinking, wouldn't it be nice to have a storage area where we had like all of the stuff for the Donkey Derby and all the stuff for Christmas, and we're just gonna like this
And
is
t-shirts in size order.
Yes,
Things like that.
This is the year of just trying to scramble and move forward and fix a whole bunch of things and get launched and get all the pieces in order, and then hopefully next year will be much smoother. So one of the things we have the Henny Penny board that is hoping people are going to go out and buy their bricks. Next, I think that we have too many. I was running some numbers. We actually met and looked at numbers today, running some numbers, and we are a little over. The Henny Penny board is more than our operating expenses. So
Do you know what I think your mum does? I think your mum has put those blinking permanent lines on there on her board. And what she then does is, well, I've got to fill that because it's on the blinking board in permanent marker. That's why she's not allowed permanent markers anymore.
Yeah. So this month we're going to stick with, I think there's 700 if we could sell as many as we possibly can. But next month we're going to shrink it down so that the board matches our operating expenses. And we'll do capital campaigns for certain things like, repairs on this or repairs on that. But I want to buffer in so that we can maybe bring in some more staff, do some more trainings to get people on board, because I can't always go, and Elizabeth can't always go, and we need to be able to have, and Judy can't, we just want to make sure that we have the right people in the right places and everybody fed. So I put together a budget, and we'll have the Henny Penny board match the budget. Right now it's a little bit. We think we should need more like 550 squares versus I think it's at 7 something. My mother's always a little optimistic. She's going to hate that I said that too, because she's always like worried about the future. But we've got a little bit of a buffer in our account right now because we got that big donation from earlier in the month. So I think it's time we can back off just a little bit, and we also have some. Did well, and we've gotten to the point where our T-shirts we've passed the break even, because my goal was to make sure that everybody got T-shirts without losing money. So we're good there. I also am planning on having the pictures ready by next Monday, so that maybe Tuesday. Yeah, because frames. I ordered all the frames, so it'll be mid next week. We'll have the pictures up for sale. We got 15 of them picked out.
What happens to Carlene's hearing aid? Carlene sabotages her hearing aids. She just doesn't like them.
She is, yes.
I think that's the bottom line. They do work. She doesn't like them. I think that they're an uncomfortable, not a wearing experience, but a hearing experience.
Yeah,
she doesn't like it.
Yeah. She much prefers to yell at her all day.
Shout.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what we do.
We just shout all day.
Yeah.
And then you go out and shout at people in stores. You're like, hello!
Oh, she can get people teaching them how to do monkey fists.
I know.
Yeah.
She certainly can. And
I'm just getting a text message from someone about pictures that have been online today. I don't know if you want to bring that up. There's been a lot of chatter online today.
yeah, it's been a touch busy.
Yeah, we got some photos, very concerning photos of the status of the new building for the Service Dog Project, and there's been a lot of back and forth, and that's all I have to say about any of that. The concern, obviously, is that they won't have a place for the dogs in January because their lease expires December 31st, and the concern is that their building is not going to in any way going to be ready on the on December 30th, on January 1st for them to move. They have I don't even know, it's like 17 dogs, and they just brought in a whole host of 5 puppies. I don't know what they're going to do with them.
I've given up counting.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with them.
And it's none of our business.
Really?
It's absolutely
It's not our problem.
We have no concern over what service dog choose to do, and that's super. But the difficulty that we really have is we share a property at the moment, and while we're 2 very separate organisations, there are certain things that impact Goldies, and our interest obviously is firstly Carlene coming home into the appropriate building, and secondly Goldies being able to function as has been suggested it would be through communications. I think we're both feeling a bit nervous.
Very nice,
because Carlene has a not just a specific amount of time that will be provided for her in rehab, she also has a certain level of tolerance.
Yeah.
And as that tolerance goes, it becomes an unpleasant situation, because with the best will in the world and the biggest amount of reassurance, it feels like she's been held there. And as soon as Carlene thinks she's been held against her will, all hell will break loose.
Right. So we're nervous about that.
Yeah.
So the we got the Carlene concern. We also Goldy's Farm. We're philanthropic. We are an animal organization, and the welfare of the animals always is first and foremost in our minds. We have no responsibilities or no impact. We have
no.
Yeah, we can't influence anything that happens with the Service Dog Project.
Nor do we want to.
But I will. The only thing I will say is that Goldy's Farm will not let the expiration of the contract and our poor relationship with the Service Dog Project impact the welfare of those dogs. So we don't.
Should it be required? Because we do expect.
We hope. I hope that all of those people are gone and all of those dogs are gone on January 1st. But at the end of the day, we will not let. We're responsible animal people, and we'll never let a contract or anything impact those dogs. So if we had to help the Service Dog Project and suck it up and partner with them in order for those dogs to have a place to go, we would certainly do that. So I don't want people to think that we're being horrible, but my preference is that they would go and adhere to the contract, whatever. And some people are asking me,
well, that's actually always, and the only thing that I take any comfort from is that's what has always been stated. They will be out either on or before 12:31. That's
Yeah.
what the comments have always been.
Always been.
And that's what we have been
Yeah.
led to believe. So
Yeah.
at this precise moment in
And that's
time,
what they say. So
we are hoping that is the case, and wish them every success and
Yeah.
exceptionally good weather,
Yeah.
and that would be
Yeah.
fantastic.
yeah. So so that was one thing, and I guess people are also, there's another a video that has come out. Now these stupid videos that come out, they're always taken out of context. And there was a video today that I actually, someone shared with me too. And all I can say with these videos, because there's a video on me trying to train a donkey, you cannot abuse an animal and train an animal, especially for service, as a service dog, or a donkey that goes into nursing homes. So, these are big animals. Sometimes you have to pull and push, and so I have no comment on any videos that were shared today. I'm staying out of it. We'd like to just stay out of it. And also, they've circled back to a video of once everybody starts worrying.
Tis called deflecting.
Yeah, deflecting back to a video of Carlene. There's also a video of me, which, by the way, I never hit the donkey. When I got hit by a flying donkey the donkey jumped out of the trailer, knocked me over. I got the wind knocked out of me, dragged me, and then I spun the donkey around in a circle for about 10 times till he calmed his ass down. And I was spinning the rope to get him to go into a circle. I never hit the donkey.
Which is actually what you're supposed to
reported,
do.
Yeah, it was reported to the news, all the news channels. None of them picked it up except for one. And when she blew up the picture really closely, she saw that I had not hit the donkey. And also the Mass Department of Agriculture I was also reported to them. They came, they met the donkey, they looked closely at the video, they agreed that the donkey was not damaged. And then I let them meet Lucy. And they understand the challenge that we have with some of the donkeys. So that's my story of a video. So videos get taken out of context. My mother's video is also, it's not I've never really watched it in its entirety, nor do I want to, but all I know is that there were dogs fighting in the kitchen, and she did whatever it took to get the dogs. It was Larky too, Larky and Jiminy, and we know how Larky and Jiminy.
How that ended up.
Larky and Jiminy, I guess she dragged Larky by, and they don't wear collars, so she took him by the ear.
That's because he didn't have testicles, because she would have pulled him by the testicles otherwise.
Shit, yeah, so she pulled him across the kitchen and then kicked him out the door. And then, Larky is our best dog. He's not fearful at all of anything, and he did almost kill Jiminy on several occasions. And the last time that he almost killed Jiminy, I finally convinced my mother that we had to keep Larky away from Jiminy. Oh, and there was that night that Jiminy and there was a night that I caused the fight between Jiminy and Larky. Were just a terrible combination. There was a night that Nick and I had to break up. I'm glad that wasn't on video. Larky had Jiminy down in the driveway in the dark, and oh my God, it was awful separating them. But he didn't. Jiminy only had small wounds at that point. But yeah, so these are big animals. That's all I have to say about videos.
Yeah, and I will tell you, unless you have been on the receiving end of two dogs, and you can feel the electricity in the air sparking.
Yeah, they want to kill
you. Stop it. If you can stop it, you stop it before, because you can't. It's nigh on impossible once they've locked on to get them separated.
And you really don't want to go in because you don't want to get your face near them. You don't want to go in there because you'll get bitten. You will get bitten. I've been bitten. My God, I've been bitten so many times with these damn dogs. Bentley bit me one time when I was trying to break up a fight.
You're just like
you gotta. It's there's a lot of moving parts around here that are just not meant to be on video. But we do our best to make sure. We have bad horses that you can't put out together too.
I don't know how many times I have been cornered by a horse because it's taken a notion of when they first come in and they're scared and they're just unpleasant.
Yeah.
And we've had, that's why we don't bring the horses here straight away. And I said that to Leslie and I said it to Julie. We quarantine, we handle the horses, and they only come over here for the tender loving care part once they are capable of taking it.
Right.
Because you just can't ask
in
people
the new model of
you just can't ask
these
people
animals
to get involved in it.
I can't count the number of times I've been kicked and dragged, and yeah, they're not. People watch a lot of Disney movies, but they're not always. It's not always. I can get them to look like a Disney movie, but it takes a while.
Yeah,
so.
And that's actually really interesting. The state police told Joanne to grab them from the hind legs and literally rip them apart, and you're supposed to twist them until one of the dogs releases and turns around and bites you, because. There is no fail-safe way to do this.
Right.
Your best bet is to get it, and that's why like Carlene has a sense of when the dogs are about to kick off.
Yeah.
I think you and I have an idea when the animals are
about
bristling, and we're like, okay, let's
and
stop
we all
now.
have that no, and we all start screaming because you can tell they start posturing, and you have about 3 seconds to like yell. Become alpha and become really loud to chase them off of killing each other.
Yeah.
And horses are the same way.
Donkeys.
And donkeys are the same way. But, the animal kingdom is mean to each other.
It's a hierarchy, and it's different to humans.
And it's terrible when you watch
sometimes.
the animals work out the hierarchy.
Yeah.
So, and it's hard. I mean, dog fights, that's why there's all these wiffle bats on. And when Larky had Jiminy down in the driveway and I was with Nick, I grabbed a wiffle bat. It doesn't do any damage, but God, if I got caught on video smashing a wiffle bat.
Can I tell you the day that they met each other in the pond? Remember, first thing in the morning? Yeah. And Carly called me because the dogs were fighting.
Yeah.
And I went down there, saw that the dogs actually were in the same area, ran back up, got a wiffle bat, and I was pushing it, like stabbing it in between the two mouths.
Yeah.
And then I broke the wiffle bat in 3 places, and I went and got a tree branch.
Yeah.
Because the one thing I wanted was teeth on the tree branch. And not on each other.
Yeah.
And then one limped off, and we eventually got the gate shut and separated. But it's not funny, especially when you're wearing your PJs.
Yeah, if you hadn't come along, that Jiminy would not be around. So, yeah, and Larky's, he's 184 pounds. So, if he,
is.
Lovely dog. Lovely dog, yeah. Lovely, friendly, until he's not. So, but the worst dog that we have is Wanda. Wanda.
Say no more.
I have pulled her out of so many dog fights. But by her tail, by the way, just like grab anything when she's going at a German Shepherd. So
Wanda really doesn't care.
No, she doesn't.
Any size.
Yeah, no, she's going in. And humans are mean also. So much violence, so much drama with humans. Yeah. So that's all I have to say on all that sort of stuff. Is we're going to see what happens over the next couple of weeks, but really we are going to stay focused on the great things that Goldy's Farm has going on right now. We got the rabbits, chicken bingo.
Got Janine dressing up.
Got Janine dressing up with the reindeer. I've gone completely off the deep end. So so we got some good things to keep us through the winter, and we'll see how it goes.
And we were also discussing, this is a fantastic idea, because what we're going to do is I think we've worked it out. At this precise moment in time, we probably need another 2 cameras.
Oh, yeah, the cameras. That's right, the cameras.
Oh, yeah, because just planning ahead, because I really truly hope that everything works out for this lot and us, and we just move forward, and we're all ready to go. So what we would love to do is put a camera, because the Explore cameras will be off as of the 31st. Put a camera in the arena, and put a camera down around this sort of area here, because we actually do training out here, and this is where we practice we're hoping now that there won't be all the cars down here in a few months, and we train the animals to load comfortably and happily. We do when we bring, so we do this completely the wrong way. When we bring them from auction, it is you take a leg and I'll have a leg, and if you could get the front legs on, that would be fantastic. Let's put a rope around the backside and lift the back. It is not a happy process. It's a very arduous process. It's stressful. We have a time frame in which to get these blinking animals out of a high octane fight or flight situation. So we get them on. we do not remove the animals until we've got them up here, because a lot of them are feral, a lot of them are very upset, and some of them are actually not in very good condition. So so yes, we load them by any means possible. And it's actually really not fun, is it? To be honest, we make sure we've got grippy gloves. We should really take helmets and lots of ropes. And it's not tied to the body, but what we do is we brace from one side of the back of the trailer around the butt to the other side of the back trailer and crank it, kink, 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 and then one of us lifts the legs. And there's all these big strong men going.
Oh, the worst one. I mean, we have so many funny loading donkeys. Were you there that we had to load Arthur? I think my sister was there in South Carolina.
But the other one, do you remember the other one in South Carolina that we put out to the place that we thought was it was going to be another branch of ERN South? Do you remember we put in, it was the big the donkey, and they said yes. So, and we were looking at the donkey.
That was Rufus.
That was Rufus.
God.
And they were like, yeah, he's really, no. He got in, and he basically lay down and tried to slide under the trailer.
Oh, and their son, the guy that lived,
this is
like
a mammoth
6'4",
donkey, Arthur size.
6'4", and the son was probably 6'3".
Yeah.
And Elizabeth and I, we were pulling and pushing and pulling and pushing. That was a tough one.
That was a one person in each leg job.
You know, when I was down, one time I had to go down to Pennsylvania to pick up, and I brought a 2-horse with a ramp. I had to pick up 5 donkeys. And the whole way down, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to get 5 donkeys on, because usually you chase them on at a big enough trailer, you can slide the door shut. But they're going to go up a ramp, then you have to lift up the ramp. And so I figured when you lift up the ramp, all the donkeys are going to be jumping. How am I going to get him in there? And you know how I got him in there? I paid an Amish kid $20, and I sat there, and he never hit the donkey. He sat there with a whip, like,
yep.
And he got all 5 donkeys in there, and then I ran over and lifted up the ramp, and it was, I gave him 40 when I was done, because it was just, yeah.
Oh,
so,
but there's lots. But unfortunately, you see, we don't live in an ideal world. So there's actually a needs must, and the needs must is to get these animals out of there by any means possible, because we cannot leave them. Otherwise, they close the place down until Wednesday. So
I don't know what happens when you buy donkeys and you can't get them on the trailer, and then you just go home without them. You know, the kill buyers will just come and.
I will tell you what we actually did once. This is a terrible admission, but it was for everybody's safety. Do you remember that mule? We bought a mini mule because
stallion.
A real stallion. Oh. Because it was in an awful crushed situation.
Yeah.
It was rammed in a corner. We were like, oh God, if we don't get it out, it's going to be a mess. It was covered in excrement.
Yeah.
It smelled like a manure pile. And it was the most vicious little stinker.
Oh.
So we were in there, you and I, going, to me, to you, have you got it? No, run!
It was trying to kill us.
It was. They had a corral chute, which is a narrow bit. Like sometimes it's like a sheep chute. Like they can give injections. Yeah. So Janine and I are up and down the chute. Run!
I'm
back.
climbing over the top to try to get a halter on him.
Neither of us can work.
A
lasso, obviously.
Yeah.
And we were like, how are we going to get this animal out of here?
And how we can't bring this home. It's going to kill somebody. It's probably going to be us.
So this man came up to us and he went, did you purchase that mini mule? And we went, yes, we did. And he went, I really wanted it, but I was late. I was like, did you really? Did you really? Did you really? And he was like, yeah. He said, I've got another one at home and its other one died and they're kind of lonesome. And we were saying, and he's like, look, scrolling through his pictures of this identical friggin' mini mule.
Yeah.
And we were like,
and he was a cattleman, and he had the mules out with the cows. And we're like,
at which point we said, it's got a halter on.
And we left it there.
And we said, you're so very welcome. And he kept saying to us, can we keep in contact? We're like, no. Yeah, it's rare that we do that, but that was definitely going to kill us. But that one unfortunately would have come in here and caused Mary hell.
I don't mind a little kicking here and there, but
we've already got that.
Yeah, when they start running towards you with their mouth open,
lethal.
That's bad. Lethal. But you know what? What was the ADHD? Do you remember why you started down this path?
Yeah, because we're getting cameras.
Yeah, the cameras. We need.
I remember.
That's one of the expenses that we need to do in December, and I have that in my budget. 2 cameras, one for the arena, one for outdoor. Eventually, when we start kind of moving our way back into the other areas, we'll get more cameras in the other areas. So yes, there's going to be a camera expense, and we're going to be offering more cameras, which is good.
And the other thing is, what we were thinking about was, because we won't always be training and working with animals in there, we thought that we could probably build a sort of pen for the rabbits, because we'd like to get the rabbits moving.
Yeah, we need it.
And the weather here can be a bit iffy, so we're hoping to get them
Freezing, cold, winter, snowy.
like that. And so we were hoping that they would be maybe be on, and if trying to develop something, Janine, that looks almost like not a replica of Explore, but we do think it would be easier for people to access if you can select a camera you want to watch.
Yeah.
And then instead of all these different YouTube comments, if the comments could all be roughly within the same area, because I personally can't cope.
Yeah, no, I gotta. Well, see, I think we ought to fire the IT person.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I just need a little bit more time, and I almost had it working, but when I put up those cameras, I was going through a learning curve of how to put up the cameras and all the different apps and widget things that I had to add to Wix to get the cameras working,
And that's all go
and tie it over to YouTube, and so I think I can go back if I have a little bit more time, put it all together, and if not, we'll have Kate's
fiance do it.
Fiance.
He doesn't know that yet.
Yeah, or we might have to hire someone. Like, we may have to hire some. At some point, we're going to have to hire some professional help, because I pull my hair out over that website all the time, and I don't really like the way it turned out, but it's working. So we may need to have some.
And I think what we've realised is that while we've tried to be very economical and do everything ourselves, it's got to the stage where we are absolutely running in circles.
This Goldy's farm really is like it's an engine now. I can't wait to get to the point where we just do, I don't know what we're calling them, bookings, jobs. I like to call them bookings. Like, we've got bookings. We're booked. So let's call them bookings. So we have
Angus outings.
Yeah, Angus outings. So we have 5 days the week. We just, we get here, we have our coffee, we chat a little bit, we load up the animals, we go to the bookings, and then we come back and maybe clean up a little bit, maybe work with some of the and it's not like just we get up in the morning firefighting
all the time.
And then there's going to be December and January, I'm anticipating is going to be a hell of a lot of stress and cleanup for me. Yep, and that's what is really got. So I don't think we're going to be in a stable just area till I'm hoping by April.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much time I'm going to be able to go to South Carolina and be warm. So I'm really.
You bought fire.
I bought fire here. Yeah. Things are great.
Things are looking up, Janine.
So
we've got fires.
So cameras, that's on our list.
Yeah.
Anything else that we got going on?
And there have constantly been questions about whether or not we can put sound on that camera in the barn so everybody can hear.
Yes, we are. I know how to
munching.
do that now. I know how to do that. Yeah, I didn't before, but I do know how to do that. Yep.
Yeah.
And we're going to get, the other thing we talked about is my PC that I have here, we're going to retire that to be just a, why does it do that? Why is it giving us a thumbs down?
Well, because there'll be somebody going poop.
Oh, okay. I saw a thumbs down before. That's all right.
Know.
I've just discovered today, well, I've known this for a while, I have my own haters, whatever. Yeah. So if they want to give me a thumbs down, it doesn't bother me at all.
No, because we're big girls.
Yeah. So that's one thing we've had to do. But I don't even know what I was talking about. See, another thumbs down.
Yeah, I know. I just ignore that.
All right. So.
Well, can I actually tell you? I have a bit of a habit of when I'm going to comment. I always, and I don't do it deliberately. I put the thumbs, the thumbs up, the thumbs down, and discuss, whatever it's called.
Oh, look at another thumbs down.
Somebody's good at that.
Yeah.
But you see, on mine, I've got thumbs up.
Yeah, but those thumbs up, they come. I don't know how they do that.
Why am I getting love hearts and thumbs up?
Maybe this is one of those things that, like, we get 100 thumbs up, but all we focus on is the thumb down.
Yeah, I don't really know.
But you know what? When you get to be old, like I am, like
you don't
Elizabeth
really
is
care.
almost there too. and you spend your days. You no longer care. I try to do what makes everybody happy, and my goal, my focus, is to make sure that we support our mission. Our mission is seniors, and if people don't like what we're doing, then they should go to find somebody else. I think all the Goldy's Warriors are on board with what we're doing. We're completely transparent. Some things are going well, and some things are not.
And you've just got to have a sense of humour about it, because quite frankly, you work with animals and your mother, things do not go in a straight line. And we're used to it, and that's what we do. And it's easy peasy pants because we've decided that we're not going to absorb it.
And the good news is, let's talk about the Airstream for a minute. The good news is, I think I'm going to be warm tonight. The last 2 nights have been freezing.
Well, maybe you won't have a sort of frosty coating this morning, like tomorrow morning.
It's freezing down here.
In fact, you won't. It's going to rain.
Yeah.
Does it sound nice in the rain?
It does sound nice.
Does it?
Yeah.
Like a tin roof?
Yeah.
So
So
that'd be quite soothing.
I'm the pilot here, because with all that Goldy's farm do, I always say that if anybody gets kicked, it should be me. If anybody's going to get bit by a rabbit, it should be Elizabeth. But
No, Janine, I didn't bring the rabbits in.
yeah, if anything's going to go wrong, it should go wrong on our watch. So I'm staying in this Airstream this week to figure it out. So when people come, I'll just be like, just turn this lot, do this over here, and it'll be easy.
Do you know what? It's terrible when people say to you, have you ever been kicked by one of these animals? You go, yeah.
Yes,
and then they say, is it sore? And you go, no, not really. And then you're like, is it sore? No, I don't think it is, because I don't think it registers as sore. Because you're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people might find it a wee bit sore.
Yeah, no, it depends on how hard you get hit.
Yeah.
When you said that, I've gotten hit a couple times in the thighs. When a donkey has enough room to actually hit you here,
and it's got full.
They've got the full. So if you're going to get kicked by a donkey, you want to be as close as you
possible.
Getting kicked in the shins, they don't have the wind up. When they hit you in the thigh, that'll take your breath away.
Yeah. Oh, do you know?
And give you a huge hematoma.
It was remember that foal came over the fence on Meriden.
Oh, yeah.
He came over the fence, he came down the hill, misjudged his stop, slid, jumped over the fence, and a gentleman who owns the farm caught him. And of course, when I went to get him, he was backing up because he hadn't been halter broke. Backing up. So the thing decided to rear, and he got me right in my ear and down the back of my neck. And he just clipped that side of my eye. I could not see out of my eye because it was streaming.
Oh,
and
did I lose my eye? Is it still in there?
Well, and the guy who was the groundsman at the time, he comes running up with a rope, and he's helping me pull, and we're pulling around the corner, and he looked at me and said, "Are you crying?" And I'm like, "No, I've just been kicked to the side of my head. My eye is watering." And I'm like, "Blooming heck!"
Yeah.
And it's sore. So I think the other thing is, somebody is saying, "How did we meet?"
Okay, so sorry, someone's sending me more pictures. I was like, no.
Oh my God, it's okay. It's an elf costume.
Oh, I love the elf costumes. Yeah, we'll need two of those. One for me, one for Judy.
Yes, Judy. Thank God for that. How did we meet? We met on Meredith by mistake.
Yeah, we met online.
We did actually. And the funny thing is, it was through Nick's account, and I'm not on Facebook. And it was a most peculiar
so let's
thing.
Just nip that in the bud.
Yeah.
She's married, and I have. Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with it.
No.
But we're friends. But we did meet online on Facebook because I put out a post for someone looking to run the donkeys with me.
And clearly that was me.
And clearly that was Elizabeth. She showed up, and I was like, "Ooh, she doesn't look like a runner," but that's okay. She never left. And the one thing about Elizabeth, people have come and gone, and Elizabeth has grit, and that's I've never met anyone who has as much grit. Like, something's got to get done. She rolls up her sleeves and digs in when most other people run the other direction. Like, when I come up with an idea, she's like, "Okay, let's make that happen." Everybody else is like, "No, that's a bad idea, Janine." That's why.
But I did work out I could not run after the donkey because I had totally and utterly overestimated my capacity for running. I used to run when I was a sprinter.
Yeah.
I used to run. And then I realised it wasn't for me, so I decided that Jasper really just deserved to walk up and down very steep hills. And that's how we did it. He didn't lose weight, and nor did I. So,
but you
happiness
had some nice walks.
We had some nice walks.
A little fat donkey
in the ice, and I'll tell you, he got to the top of Hill Street, And he knew that when I was getting to the top of Hill Street, if he didn't turn, I was taking him all the way down there. And it would take us 2.5 hours to get home because he walked slowly. So what he did was, he got me in an icy day and he turned round and he went tritt trot at speed down the steep part and dragged me back to Meredith. And I was like water skiing behind him on the ice. He's like, you little poo.
Yeah.
So I should have known to go home at that point.
All right. Is there any other?
Oh, this is a public service announcement. If you have a frozen turkey, get it out.
Oh, yes.
I did not have a frozen turkey this year. I have got 2. Well, they're dead, but they're not frozen.
I have no turkeys.
Yes, I know. But you're going out for dinner with Olaf. You was just enjoying that nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do if it's too cold and rainy tomorrow to hunt. What am I going to do? Help you cook tomorrow? Because I have nothing. I'll have to go.
Well, we've got to go and do Meredith chores. So
yeah, I can do Meredith in the morning because I only have 1 horse to get ready.
Yeah, well, I might be wrestling with a turkey.
Yeah, I'd rather.
You'd rather go and play with the horses.
I'd rather take Jasper for a walk in a snowstorm than do that.
I tell you, what is it? My daughter said to me, "Is he always that depressed, or is it just because you're walking him?" And I'm like, "He always looks like that. He's very happy."
That's his happy face is depressed. Yeah,
it was so funny. Anyway, is there a mail call tomorrow?
Oh. Probably not for me because I'm not going to be around.
No idea at this precise moment in time, but we will put it out online.
Yeah.
If we're managing, because
do people want to have? Because you and Nick could do a little Thanksgiving thing if people want. If people are going to show up, we'll do a mail call. If not, we can. You can.
And it will only just really be letting you know whether or not I've killed the turkey.
Yeah. So I'll leave that up to everyone else. Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
We shall get there, and we shall work on our cameras. We shall work on because I'd really like to, and we were just discussing this, we'd really like to have things going on in that arena with the dogs, with the donkeys, with the bunny rabbits.
Yeah.
And
we're almost there. This has been a long 2 years, but we're almost across the finish line. We just gotta stay focused on the mission and stay focused on
keeping your mum occupied
and keeping her
and out of trouble. Oh my God, because
she
just gets into trouble. She's so naughty. Do you know what? The only good thing is she doesn't know how to order Uber Eats or DoorDash. Can you imagine her?
Oh, no, she does. That's on her phone. She's done that.
But
she forgot.
But she only now what she does is she just phones the place where she gets all the food in Ipswich.
Oh.
So I don't think she remembers how to do Uber Eats, which is good.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay.
So I hope everybody's Thanksgiving preparations go
Yes.
really well, because ours are are extinct at the moment, or non-functioning.
Yeah. I'm gonna get on that.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's it. Enjoy tomorrow when it starts.
Yep.
Enjoy your hunt if it does manage to get taken off.
I'm already cold.
Cold. I know.
It's gonna be awful tomorrow.
This place makes your toes cold. Is that
Well, I am not cold right now. This is the first time I've not been cold in a long time.
Oh.
I think that thing is a good heater.
Okay. That's fine.
If your feet are cold, it's because of the medication. We've been through this.
If the toes fall off, it's a problem.
Yeah, because then you won't be able to walk. Because the
I'll be
toes
like,
give you balance.
Boom. I'll be like, there she goes again. Timber.
Terrible voice.
That must be Elizabeth. Oh, dearie me.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We'll have to get you a mobility dog. Oh well,
No,
we're
I
not
don't want
a donkey. We're not
I
in
need
that
a donkey.
business. We're not in the dog business.
We're not in the dog business.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
We'll have to train Angus.
I know, because he's so lovely. He's lovely. He
Yep.
just loves going places with everybody.
I feel badly he hasn't gone anywhere. All right, well, mail call's over. We're going to have to sit here and chat for a while. I also think it might be cocktail hour. It is a holiday,
I
right?
think it's past. No, I've got to go and
what a
play
day.
with turkeys. I can't do anything. I've not really done my medication either. I've got the most boring life ever and cold feet. Bloody hell. Right, I'm going to turn this thing off, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, how do you do that in this? Oh, finish, look.
Yep.
Night, everyone.